Welcome back to the tutorial video for NFA tool. In this module, we will learn step 5. Um, let's start from the review of last module, step 4. So in step 4, what we have done is depending on the target group and also season, we try to optimize. First, we try to we what we did was assess typical diet or typical local diet. With that recipe, we could evaluate the nutrient balance, and based on the observed balance, we can propose potential improvement. In this case, we have added mango and we have increased the amount of teff, I mean injera. Then we could successfully improve the nutrition balance, nutrient balance. That is what we have done during the last session. Okay, so in step 5, what we will do is to consider introduction of a totally new commodity in the target area. In the previous step, what we have done is to propose new improvement of diet using locally available crops. But there could be a case we can propose some new food item which is not available in the target area, but potentially which can improve the local diet. But when we consider introduction of new crop, we need to consider several issues. If this commodity is really acceptable by the local people, if it's really feasible to produce this new commodity in the target area, and if it's really economically efficient to introduce new crop. So those issues need to be assessed. And the purpose of this step 5 is feasibility assessment of new commodity. Yes. So in the previous session, what we identified, what we realized from the evaluation of local diet, doro, that is dorowat, Ethiopian typical food, and the result was there is a nutrition gap especially in vitamin A and iron. So let's consider some new food items which are rich in iron. So we can start from here, add new. This is a screen for feasibility assessment. First, you need to select some potential crop for nutrition improvement, and then you will ask 12 set of questions to assess to conduct quick feasibility assessment for this crop. Okay, let's find some candidate commodity. As I mentioned, our first target is iron, because we found that there is a gap in iron supply. Similar to the previous step, we can sort list of commodity by clicking each nutrition item. So by clicking here, we can sort food item by iron content. Then we can find a set of commodities which are currently not available in the target area, but have a potential to improve nutrition. So we can look at these items one by one, but many of them are not familiar, like cricket. I'm not sure it is acceptable for Ethiopian people. And you see the ant, flying ant. Yeah. This one. How about this? Cowpea leaves dried. This could be a very good option. I mean, if you grow cowpea in the field, cowpea leaves are also available without extra cost. So you can get cowpea seed plus cowpea leaves. Seed or cowpea, how to say, cowpea beans. Yeah. So let's select cowpea as our candidate. Okay. So cowpea dried. That has rich in iron. If cowpea leaves, 100 gram of cowpea leaves is served per day, it will easily satisfy a iron requirement of child 6 to 23 months. This is automatically selected from the first your first choice. So as you remember, we had a six target group in this assessment, and first one was child 0 to 23 months. So that's why we see child 0 to 23 months here, and cowpea leaves has a high content of iron, which can easily satisfy the nutrition requirement for child 0 to 23 months. And after that, we will answer a set of questions, 12 questions to conduct feasibility assessment. First, is required amount for nutrition target feasible? So it looks, in terms of nutrition, cowpea leaves are good enough. So let's say yes. And following this, there are 4 categories of a set of questions. First one is socioeconomic aspect, and yeah, like dietary habit. And second one is production skill. Is it really feasible to introduce a certain commodity technically? And third item is required investment, because some crop required specific investment, specific infrastructure, such as like a post-harvest facility, drying area, like that, or irrigation. And also, last category is year-round availability. Some commodity may be nutritious enough, but what will happen if it's available only 1 month during a year? It may not be able to improve the nutrition status of the locality. Okay, so let's answer a set of questions one by one. First one is socioeconomic aspect. Is there any social barrier to consume this commodity in general? So we will discuss with local people if this cowpea leaves is, common or acceptable for the local people. I'm not sure. So let's say like maybe yes. Is there any social barrier to consume this commodity for women? So same question, but target is different because there could be additional food taboo for the yeah, for the women, for the pregnant women, or for the child. For that reason, we made a different question, similar but different question. So same as above, maybe yes. Third question, is there any social barrier to consume this commodity for child? Okay, this is also same question, but target is different. Maybe yes. Okay, and the last item is this commodity affordable in the market for ordinary population? So I guess uh, if farmer is growing cowpea, there is no extra cost. You can get it for free. So even if you get in the market, it cannot be very expensive. So should be affordable. Okay. In terms of production skill, do target beneficiary have enough skill to grow this commodity? Yeah, I think cowpea is quite common around African countries. So maybe yes. Does this commodity imply incremental workload for women? Yeah. For the kitchen garden, backyard garden, typically it will increase women's workload, especially in case of horticulture, vegetable crops, which is labor intensive, and in many cases, mother is taking care of it, so it will increase workload. But in this case, cowpea, uh, it's kind of extensive. You can grow in an extensive way, and I don't think it will increment. It will imply increase of workload. Okay, last question for this section is technical service available for this commodity? Well, I think in case of copy production, not much technical support required. Farm input like good seed, fertilizer can be important, but technically, I think many farmers can easily introduce copy. So I select yes, yes, yes. There's no need for it since beneficiary is already growing that. Okay, required investment. How much investment is required? Is there a need for specific infrastructure such as irrigation, post-harvest facility, etc.? In case of cowpea, I don't think extra infrastructure is required. Is production input, fertilizer, seed, feed, uh, become a financial burden for small farmer? Yeah, to some extent it could be like fertilizer and good seed, quality seed. Maybe it can be an financial burden. Okay, last category is sustainability. So how many months can you harvest this commodity in a year? I'm not sure, but let's say 4 to 6 months. Last question. Are there any feasible storage method available for this commodity? Coffee leaves. I'm not very familiar with it, but I think it can be preserved through drying. So I say maybe yes. So after this is it, and after you answer all the question, let's click save. Okay. So this is a feasibility score you will get by answering those questions. On the top, you see total score full score 50, and out of it, the current score is 33. So I guess this is not so bad. And especially nutrition value has a full score, 10 point. So in terms of nutrition content, it's good. Social acceptability, moderate, like 5, just in the middle. Technical feasibility, good, 8 out of 10, so 80%. Technical feasibility is good. And investment and stability, it's a kind of average, 1 through 5, just in the middle. So overall, this is 33, and I think this can be introduced as an alternative. So yes, this copy can be introduced. You can add some other commodity, and if you have a lower score, below 30, you will get the result in red color text. That means that commodity is not feasible. It's not well accepted in the target area. Okay, so this is the end of feasibility assessment in step 5. Thank you very much.